Good morning, traders. Matt Weller here, Global Head of Research with FOREX.com. Today is Monday, the 15th of June, 2026, and it looks like we have peace in the Middle East. At least that's the way the winds are blowing now. Markets are reacting to that news as well as looking ahead to some key central bank meetings that we have coming throughout this week. In today's video, I'll break down everything that you need to know ahead of today's US session. Let's get into it. So now we've seen both sides, both the US and Iran, come out in favor of the Memorandum of Understanding. The details of this report still haven't been made public, with both sides keen to spin it into a victory for themselves, but it does seem likely that we'll see this agreement signed on Friday in Switzerland, and it will establish an immediate reopening of the Strait of Hormuz and, crucially, a 60-day period, maybe an extended ceasefire you could call it, to negotiate over nuclear issues. This is what the markets have been waiting for, and we can see that in the reaction in the market so far this morning. Crude oil is falling 5%. U.S. indices are rising 1%, or in the case of the NASDAQ 100, 2%, helped along by a 5% pop ahead of the open in SpaceX. Gold is rallying, and the U.S. dollar is pulling back. Of course, for traders, the most interesting development will be the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Skipping ahead here a bit, you can see prediction market traders are expecting that to happen at some point later this summer, maybe into the fall in the northern hemisphere, pricing in about a 60% chance that by the beginning of August, so 45 days or so from now, that traffic in the Strait of Hormuz will return to normal, and a 75% chance that we'll see that by the start of October. That should ease the tight oil markets, and that's a big factor driving this rally. Hopefully, this is something that allows us to look ahead toward more traditional economic data and, crucially, central bank meetings. We have central bank meetings from the Reserve Bank of Australia, US Federal Reserve, Swiss National Bank, and Bank of England, all expected to hold interest rates, including Chairman Warsh in his first press conference and meeting as the chairman of the Federal Reserve. I'll certainly be delving more into that as we get through the week. But the one I wanted to double click on now is the Bank of Japan. The Bank of Japan will meet tonight, deliver its decision probably in the early hours Eastern Time US, and is expected to raise interest rates. This plays into today's chart of the day. Dollar yen here on a 4-hour chart you can see has been rising, indicating weakness in the Japanese yen. It's now testing levels that prompted intervention from the Ministry of Finance most recently. I think in this case, the Ministry of Finance was hoping to sit on its hands and hope that a Bank of Japan interest rate hike, assuming that is what we get, will lend some strength to the yen. I'm skeptical. This is a widely discounted event. Traders are already ahead of it, and I think we could see a counterintuitive reaction where the yen actually weakens despite a Bank of Japan rate hike if the Bank of Japan is not sufficiently hawkish, not suggesting that more interest rate hikes could come. That's where I think markets could test the Ministry of Finance and Bank of Japan's resolve. And if we start to see dollar yen get above 160.50, maybe up toward 161, I think that's where pressure will grow on those monetary authorities to intervene into the market and try to buy up the yen yet again. So very interesting situation setting up here for dollar yen, and one you'll want to be watching closely as we head into that Bank of Japan meeting. That is today's video. Thank you for carving a couple minutes out of your day to watch. If I could ask just one quick favor before you go, please do drop a like on this video. It's a free way to show your support. That'll help us with the algorithms and get more eyeballs on these videos. And if you're not already, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel at FOREX.com. Thanks again, and best of luck with your trading today.